If this guy, this guy, this guy, and this guy are all bad role models for men, can you tell me who the good ones are? Why is it that every time someone tries to step up to the plate to lead men, they're immediately labeled misogynists? If this guy...
That's because the things that men have traditionally valued and women are now seen as oppressed, part of the patriarchy, but it contradicts itself because when these women still expect men to be held to a traditional standard while they no longer want to be traditional themselves. Yeah, I know. It's crazy, ain't it? Clown world. What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Ron back with another video. If you're new to the platform, welcome to the tribe. By the end of this video, I hope you subscribe. So today we are going to be discussing masculinity and why there is such a war. Why is there such hate against masculinity? The term toxic masculinity always really bothered me because it doesn't make any sense. Now, if you want to use the term toxic, okay, cool. But to sit over here and say toxic masculinity, I always thought of that term as a bunch of BS, to be honest with you. Now, I'm going to be playing a few clips, and sure enough, Andrew Tate in particular has had an effect not only on men and becoming better versions of themselves, but also women as well. Check out these clips.
For whatever reason, mainstream media has gone after Andrew Tate with a vile hatred unlike anything I have ever seen. And I wonder how much of that has to do with the assault on masculinity that our culture has propped up for so very long. I don't agree with every lifestyle choice, particularly Andrew Tate. I think there's a lot to be said about promiscuity and cheating and dating multiple people at once. But our culture and our world is hungry for male role models, people who are going to encourage men to embrace masculinity and be the person that God designed for them to be. And the role that he has played through that process has transformed so many people's lives for the better. But it just goes to show you how countercultural it is to tell a man that they can have value in themselves, that they can become a better version of themselves and embrace who they were supposed to be. For whatever
Jesus Christ, did you see the look on that woman's face at the end of that clip? Yeah, I don't know if y'all remember her, but that's the woman who has like 100 and something body count. And mind you, she's very, very, very average looking. So I'd imagine with her having, that kind of promiscuity in her past, going on in her past, I would imagine somebody like Andrew Tate is probably not somebody that she cares for or likes too much. Ooh, man, I tell you, bro, it just goes to show you, man, like women like her, they only embrace masculinity when it's beneficial to them. But the moment a man has standards and boundaries and is like, oh no, I don't want to commit to a woman that's been ran through like that. And when you got guys like Andrew Tate telling men not to take those kind of women seriously, they feel some type of way. So once again, it proves my point, like I say all the time on this channel, man. This is why they don't like guys like Andrew Tate or even smaller channels like myself, because we're waking men up to the value that they really have. One of the reasons why I showed the videos that I did about Kevin Samuels and, a tribute to him, because it's officially been a year since he's passed. Yeah, and that year went by really quick. All right, let's keep it moving.
Let her speak, please.
At the end of the day, it's important to have a man in your life. It's really important because of the simple fact that just seeing my son raised without like a father, it hurts. It really does. And you know what? I'm happy for you because it's like when you have that situation, you realize that it's like, this is my man, I'm gonna worship him, and this is the family I'm gonna create. When I'm a grandma and I have the whole entire room filled with my grandchildren, that is your real value. And no women really talk about that. Andrew Tate spoke about it here in the podcast, and that's something that he said that I will always hold to me because of my son.
Now, I know exactly which clip that she was talking about because this is in my opinion, this was one of Andrew Tate's best moments. And he actually walked out because he had to leave, man. But man, what a way to walk out, man. Check out
Carry a child for 9 months.
If you're not gonna,
Like, it's a big
sorry, my
risk.
headphones fell off. If you're not gonna have, if you're not gonna have children, what are you gonna do with your lives?
If I'm not gonna have children, travel, just pursue anything that makes me happy. Try to make money. I love traveling, so I would probably just
Drink cocktails on a beach. Okay, next.
About the same thing, like travel, focus on my career, things like that. Like my career will become my baby.
What about you?
I honestly just want to get right into my career.
Okay.
That's pretty much it.
What do you want to do in life?
Right now, so I go to the University of Miami. I'm majoring in interactive media. What I want to do with that is build virtual reality simulators for the military. And then I'm also minoring in motion pictures. I'm interested in acting and shit like that.
Miss Cuba, what about you?
Do whatever the fuck I want.
Okay.
It doesn't matter. Well, I plan on becoming a doctor. So I'm just my career.
Your career.
I'm
Okay.
passionate about it, so
A life without children is vapious, and it's inane, and it's pointless. And you may sit here and think that your career matters, but the truth is that your job will fire you at a whim and not give a second, don't give a solitary shit. And when you're 52 and you're past it with no grandchildren in a house by yourself, and all your friends have grandchildren in this beautiful life, and you're sitting there by yourself, do you think the fact that you can afford a few extra Gucci bags is going to genuinely make you feel happy? I was at my grandmother's 93rd birthday. I looked there. My grandmother had 9 children because there was my father and 8 more. They all had a bunch of kids, blah, blah, blah. I stood there and I looked at my 93-year-old grandmother, and there was a whole room full with maybe 70 people that came from that one woman. Isn't that remarkable?
Yeah,
That nobody cared about her career. Nobody asked what job she did. Nobody asked how many times she went to the club. Nobody asked if she had time to go to festivals. No, you had 70 sentient beings, including myself, full of life from one woman who dedicated herself to being a mother and a good wife. That is beautiful. And if you sit here and genuinely think that you're going to work your ass off through your fertile years, and by the age of 54, you're not going to be suicidal alone with a cat, then you're dumb. The happiest women on earth have children and a man who's paying the bills and their mothers. The happiest people on earth. I guarantee it. Your mothers, ask your own mother, do you regret having me? She's going to say, of course not. You're the best thing that ever happened to me. So now you're going to sit here and you're going to end your own bloodline? All your ancestors were out there surrounded by saber-toothed fucking tigers trying to survive on the streets out there in caveman days just to get to the final end where we have all the medical care and you can live in a nice warm house for your fucking selfish ass to say, no, I don't want kids. I'm too busy in the fucking strip club or going to fucking Mallorca to have a pina colada on the beach. It's absolutely insulting to your entire bloodline. Everything everyone above you has ever done and struggled for. All the times your grandparents went to work when they didn't feel like it, just for you to exist, for your selfish ass to say, no, me and my passions and my dreams and my shit drawings and my Instagram page is worth more than ever having children. You're a selfish fuck. Fuck that. You should all have kids.
This is why I always tell guys, man, to put yourself first and just focus on becoming a better version of yourselves. Clearly, there is a war on masculinity when it comes to the United States. This is another reason why the Passport Bro movement is become such a thing, because if we're being all the way honest, man, I think a lot of guys that watch me and watch channels like Fresh and Fit or any other RP channels, I think we can all agree that as much as these women want to sit over here and try to blame everything on us and say, y'all need to be more like this, y'all need to be more like that, a lot of the things that they say we need to be more of requires us to be masculine, believe it or not. The moment you try to embrace that masculinity, it's like, oh no, it's like they forgot what it comes with. So now they're like, oh no, we can't do this. You know what I mean? So it's a give and take. I think the programming, man, it's kind of like the discussion that we just had on my most recent live, man. I don't think this can be fixed. I think we're past the point of no return, which is something I say a lot on my channel as well. So, you know, focus on yourself and go where you're appreciated. Go where masculinity is appreciated. In these other countries, masculinity is appreciated, is preferred, and it's accepted without all the extra BS that you deal with in the States or any other first world countries or Western thinking. I prefer to use that term a little bit more. But yeah, man. And I'm always gonna ride with guys like Andrew Tate and anybody else that embraces masculinity, man, because how are we supposed to become a better version of ourselves as men without embracing masculinity, man? Just my thoughts. Y'all let me know what y'all think about it. If you're new to the platform, please subscribe. OGs, I appreciate the love and support. Make sure y'all hitting that bell notification. That way y'all know when I'm uploading. Hit the like button because it helps with the algorithm. It helps me reach a broader audience. Also, look out for the travel vlog channel, Unplugged Traveler. Link is in the description and pinned in the comments. Until the next video, y'all. Deuces.